Grill Sergeant here. What's going on, Grill Billies? Let's get the smoker set up, let's bring out the brisket, and let's start the show. So my friends at Lone Mountain Wagyu hooked me up with this Wagyu brisket. My jaw hit the floor when this thing arrived on my doorstep. I was like a kid in the candy store. I couldn't believe it. Can you pinch me right now? I think I'm dreaming. I will post their website in the description so you can check them out. Their full-blood Wagyu beef is second to none. So check them out. If you use discount code Grill Sergeant, you'll get a little discount. I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. Here she is, straight from Golden, New Mexico. And the marbling on this thing is insane. So in our last brisket video, we did inject, but with this Wagyu grade, you just let the meat speak for itself. I'm gonna do a very light trimming. We're just gonna season her up and then just put her in the smoker and let her gather as much smoke as she can take. All right, for seasoning, I am gonna be using Pit Boss's Lone Star Brisket Rub. And then when I put it in the smoker, I'm gonna do fat cap down. Oh. So pretty much my setup here, I have a huge water pan, and that's gonna help protect the brisket from the heat box underneath here, and also it's gonna catch its dripping. I have the temperature set at 220. We're just gonna get a good night's sleep, and we're gonna check her out in the AM. So see you tomorrow.
The next day.
Good morning, we are back. It is now 6 in the morning. The smoker is still pinned at 220 degrees. Let's go check on this brisket. Let's check where we are at. All right, so now I'm gonna spritz down the brisket, and I'm gonna do this about every hour. And my mix is 75% apple juice and 25% Sprite or 7-Up. The bark on this looks really good. And now we're gonna take our temp probe and we are going to probe her up. All right, so we got the temperature probe in her, and now pretty much all we're gonna do is just spritz her down every hour, just keep her nice and moist.
That's what she said?
And then we'll tune back in when we're about ready to wrap the brisket at about 160 degrees. So see you then.
8 hours later.
Guys, it's time to wrap. Oh wait, no, not that kind of wrapping. It is time to wrap our brisket. Let's get, what the Oh my gosh. Dude, what's funny is every time I would try to like wrap the brisket, wind is like, oh yeah? Let's get our heavy duty gloves on. Let's get this brisket off the smoker. I'm gonna open up our spritzer bottle since we're no longer going to be spritzing it. And I'm just gonna take some of this apple juice and 7-Up mix, and I'm just going to pour it on both sides. I'm going to take our peach paper and start wrapping the foil up along the sides. Peach paper is actually gonna help our brisket breathe. So we got the probe in her. We'll check back in around 200 degrees, and then we're gonna let her rest and then dig in.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Good news, our brisket just passed the 200 mark. So now what we're gonna do is start checking for probe tenderness. I'm just gonna press in, and then I'm feeling for resistance, and I am feeling no resistance at all. So she is done, praise the Lord. So I'm going to place her in here, and we're just gonna insulate this cooler. And now we're gonna let the brisket rest. And once the brisket is done, we are gonna carve in and then make our brisket appetizers. I can't wait. See you in a few. The brisket is done resting. Let's go check her out. My wife's always like, why do our towels smell like brisket? I'm like, I have no clue. It truly is like opening up a present on Christmas Day. You're just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what's underneath that wrapping. Oh, look at that. That is the sexiest looking brisket I have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's slice into this bad boy. Woo, man. I think it's time for a taste test. I don't know about you, but let's get in here. Wagyu brisket. I think we're in for a treat. Let me just go in here really quick without further ado. Woo, unreal. On our previous brisket video, we injected it. With this one, we didn't need to inject it because the inside here, it's mimicking just the same taste. With the flavor of the bark seasoning, it is completely on point. So tender, so juicy. We ain't done yet now, so I'm gonna start prepping our 4 appetizers right now. So stay tuned and then we'll show you the full spread. It's been 24 hours. I am completely exhausted, but the brisket spread is insane and absolutely worth it. We have your brisket flat, we have your brisket burnt ends, we have brisket jalapeno poppers, we have brisket mac and cheese sandwiches, and we have brisket loaded nachos. I don't think you can make anything more out of brisket. I had so much fun making this stuff. I cannot wait to chow down. I'm probably gonna gain just 50 pounds alone just from what I made here. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, do drop a comment. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Grill Sergeant out. You can help a child like this eat as much brisket as his heart desires. You're not a baby. What's wrong with you?